I love you. I love you so much.
Let me see you 1, 2 strike.
Nice, there we go.
When you have a family, feeling that your future is financially secure means everything.
All of our expenses are just really adding up.
Mommy, can we get a cotton candy? Can we get popcorn?
You know, we're going day by day, no real plan.
Our daughter's just about to go to college in a couple years.
My fear was not being able to retire.
I'm Jacqueline Shattuck, a certified financial planner. I'm teaming up with advisors at Mutual of Omaha to do what we do best, helping families by designing a financial plan that fits their unique lifestyle.
We're going to design a plan so your family can have financial security.
It's great to have something that's so tailored for our family and our situation.
We're giving real families a unique opportunity to have a team of advisors uncover strategies to help them achieve their financial goals.
Maybe $2,000 a month, that could lead to about $2 million of retirement assets.
It feels like a unique opportunity to have this team of people put a plan together for us.
Together, we'll empower these families to reach for their dreams $1 at a time. This is My Money Planners.
We're the Lawrence family. Our kids mean the world to us. We want them to have everything we had plus some.
Today, I'm meeting with Kenny and Stephanie Lawrence. They live in Lancaster, California with their 2 kids.
We go to church as a family every Sunday. In-laws, sister-in-laws, cousins, we're all there.
Every Sunday after church, my family, all of us, we congregate at my parents' house and the kids are playing. If it's not too hot, they're outside. Family and community are most important to us.
I did 22 years in the Navy, active duty. I've been to the Middle East, I've been to Southeast Asia. When I joined the military at 18, I wanted to do something that would make my mom proud. Military blood runs through my veins. I'm retired. Once I retired from the military, I already knew that I was looking for a second career. I'm looking forward to my second retirement, possibly in 7 years.
Kenny has multiple sources of retirement income lined up from his time in the military, but he needs help creating a strategy that maximizes his benefits.
Go, Looney, go, Looney. I want to make sure that I'm making the right moves. So therefore, when I do retire, my family will be taken care of.
That easy.
Is that easy?
And for me, I don't know when I'll be able to retire per se, but I would like to spend more time with my family.
But she doesn't know when retirement might make sense for her.
I have accumulated a little bit of debt here and there. I like finer things such as your purses.
Front row Beyonce.
Yes, if I go Beyonce, go big or go home.
We'll look at their options and come up with a plan so Stephanie and Kenny can meet their financial goals.
I'm excited to see what her thoughts are.
Am I nervous? I think I'm a little nervous about what they're going to say about my spending habits.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm Jacqueline.
Kenny.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Stephanie.
Going into the conversation with Jacqueline, I did have that apprehension. We're kind of a little bit more private when it comes to our finances.
But I still wanted to know, were we on the right track?
Can you guys share a little bit about some of your goals, your dreams, why you wanted to speak with a financial advisor?
I'm near retirement. I just want to make sure that financially I'm doing everything I can to have the financial freedom when I do retire.
So what's your vision for retirement, Kenny?
Doing nothing. That's my vision. Doing nothing.
He can't do nothing.
Kenny, can you share a little bit about your income?
I'm 22 years retired military, so I get a retirement pension.
Military veterans receive monthly payments from the government based on their years of service and salary. And many veterans also qualify for additional benefits beyond their pensions, boosting their monthly income even further.
I'm a disabled veteran, so there's monetary benefits from that as well.
So that means Kenny currently receives 2 sources of guaranteed income from the military, but he's taken a second career in civilian life as well.
Currently, I work for Los Angeles County as a chief engineer, so I'm pretty close to my second career retirement. From that retirement, there's another pension.
Kenny's in a unique spot for retirement with a lot of guaranteed income sources. That's money Kenny can rely on every month for the rest of his life. But he wants to know if that will be enough to maintain their current standard of living. Getting ready for Kenny's retirement, That's the first of our 4 goals. I'm brainstorming ideas with some of Mutual of Omaha's top advisors to make sure Kenny's ready to retire in just 7 years. Kenny's retiring in 7 years. He wants to make sure that he's ready. Do you think that he has enough stable income sources to cover their expenses?
And their monthly expenses were around $5,000 to $6,000 a month. All 3 pensions combined are well over that.
When Kenny retires, his guaranteed income streams will already exceed the Lawrence's monthly expenses. That means he's already got his basic needs covered. But what does this mean for his investment and savings plan?
He can invest the rest of his assets into more riskier assets for better growth.
Which I know is counterintuitive of what most people do as they approach retirement. But he has the space to be able to do that with these stable sources of income.
And most people think that because they have a pension and Social Security, there's no planning that needs to be done around it. But you'll be amazed of the dimensions of different types of planning that you can do that customize it to your financial needs.
If we can help them do this, it could really help them achieve their goals.
Now we turn our sights to the next goal, Stephanie's retirement plan. And how about you, Stephanie? Are you coming right behind 7 years?
That would be lovely, but I think I probably got to work a little bit longer. I'm 43, so there is about a 15-year age gap between the 2 of us.
Part of the Lawrence's unique situation is their 15-year age gap.
My fear would be us not being able to, enjoy that time together or with our children in retirement.
Planning for retirement typically requires some financial discipline and saving. But Kenny and Stephanie mentioned that Stephanie has racked up some credit card debt. I'd like to learn what's going on.
If I'm honest, I'm into the purses and shoes. I feel like I work, so I work every day. I should be able to have a nice handbag.
I give her that.
At any point, has your spending been more on your credit cards than what you could handle at the end of the month?
Yes. The answer to that question is yes.
When Jacqueline brought up the 401k loan and the spending, I felt she was coming to my rescue.
The interest will eat you up. And so I wanted to free myself of the debt. And so I did borrow from my 401k to clear my debt because he wouldn't clear my debt. So
that would have been the second time. I did it the first time.
The first time, Mr. Lawrence was fortunate enough to bail me out. And then, life started lifing.
She's had to take a loan from her retirement account to pay down her debt. That means her money is not growing as quickly as it could be. And how much was the 401k loan to cover the credit cards?
$26,000. That's definitely something I want to put it into.
It sounds like Stephanie would like to work on her spending habits. I'd like to find a way to help her visualize her goals. Stephanie, what would be your vision for retirement?
We want to take our kids places they've never been, create memories. I know I'm big on memories. I would like to fulfill a childhood dream of mine and own an RV so that I can take my kids across country.
So you envision retirement in an RV.
When I was young, I remember driving across country. All of my life, I just have always wanted an RV, my whole life.
So Stephanie and Kenny are married, but they're living in 2 very different financial realities.
We have separate accounts, but we also have joint savings accounts.
They've been handling their money what we call roommate style. They're keeping separate bank accounts and splitting household expenses, managing money like, roommates.
Her bank account, she pretty much pay her bills. Then I have my separate account.
Assuming we can change her spending and maybe even get them working together, I'd like to see what the team thinks is realistic for her retirement. We know that Kenny's gonna be retiring in 7 years, but Stephanie's been looking at her numbers and she's wondering when she'll actually be able to retire. She has a loan out on her 401k right now because she's been doing a little bit too much spending on her credit card.
I mean, they have a savings account with $110,000 in it. They could pay that off today.
But I think they view that as Kenny's money.
Don't you think that they can come together and that way they can make this dream for her come true?
I would love to see them working collaboratively on their financial plan.
I've been looking at these numbers. I think they could retire together. How awesome would that be to retire at 50 with your husband?
That would be amazing.
In only 7 years?
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, but if they could contribute around $8,000 more a year to their retirement, they've got it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow. Retiring early alongside Kenny. This is a really exciting possibility. But before we're ready to finalize our plan, I'd like to hear the Lawrence's goals for building generational wealth. And what other goals do you have around planning generationally, like for your children?
I wasn't taught finances growing up. Most African American families pretty much live from paycheck to paycheck, so those type of conversations is not had. So teaching our kids finances, investing, we want to instill that in our kids so they can instill it in their kids. And the goal is when they turn 60, 65, you know, they're going to be better off than us.
And as for me, I was fortunate enough to where my father, you know, he kind of passed down that information. Him and my mother, they both worked 40 plus years.
Invest early and let your money grow. You guys are in a position that you can start saving for your kids now.
When I see Stephanie dad teaching or passing on that financial literacy, it encourages me to do the same thing with mine.
Now, the kids' savings accounts that they have, do they put money into those accounts or do you fund them?
We fund them.
Yeah.
We fund them.
Yeah, we fund them.
Actually, Caitlin, her favorite subject is math. You know, anytime they get any money, they're counting it. And
do they get an allowance?
No, not per se.
They get tooth fairy money.
Yeah, and it appears that tooths are falling out.
I'm like, I've never seen so many teeth. We're just trying to make sure that they are educated on finances early on.
Let's see what ideas we can get from the team. Let's talk about the kids. They wanted to make sure that they were instilling good financial values in their children.
One thing I do for my kids who are in the same age, 6 and 9, I open them a stock account or a mutual fund portfolio, and I tell them, you know, this is how it's growing. I educate them about how it works.
I love that idea, and I love the fact that the couple, they want to make sure that their kids understand and that they have a better path. The kids can actually do so much better than the parents if they knew early enough on what to do.
You could say, here's your allowance. You can go spend it, but if you choose to invest it, I'll match it with the same amount.
I like that because that starts to teach them how they'll get a paycheck when they're working. Have you had conversations around life insurance, estate planning, and long-term care planning, given the age gap?
Absolutely.
Yes. I have a $500,000 life insurance policy that also has long-term care benefits with it. And yours is what? $300,000? Yeah.
His life insurance would need to replace 10 to 20 years of income or pensions, some of which will stop paying once he passes away. I think one of the biggest boxes that we need to check for them is life insurance. And as I look closely at their life insurance, I noticed that there's a pretty big gap there.
Looking at the numbers, I think they need about $2 million.
Maybe we can do a pension maximization analysis using life insurance as a tool to get that stream of income for the surviving spouse through life insurance.
Pension Max is a life insurance strategy designed to replace pension income for your family if you pass away. I like that idea a lot. What about Kenny's pension from his job? He hasn't elected an option yet. What do we think he should do? Unlike investment accounts, pensions can't be passed on to future generations. And Kenny's first 2 guaranteed sources of income will stop paying once he passes away.
So maybe on the third one, it's not a bad idea to go with the survivorship.
Joint and survivor benefits mean your spouse can continue to receive pension income even after you've passed. I think the team's ideas for the Lawrences could make a big impact on their future. I'm excited to turn these into a plan and present it to our family. It's plan delivery day. I met with a team of advisors at Mutual of Omaha, and we've come up with a plan for you. You ready?
We're ready.
Awesome. Yes.
I'm excited to see what Jacqueline's going to tell us.
The first part of the plan, Kenny's retirement. Let's focus on your pre-retirement checkup. As we were looking at your portfolio, because you have all of those guaranteed streams of income, you have the ability to take a little bit more risk with your investments so that you can grow that money a little bit quicker. One thing that we took a close look at was your portfolio allocation. Now here's a picture of how you're currently allocated. This is your current portfolio. Okay. Kenny's portfolio is heavily weighted in low-risk assets like bonds. It's a little bit too conservative, given that you guys have those guaranteed streams of income in retirement. You have the flexibility to take a little bit more risk in your investments, which can get you that much closer to your goals that much quicker. Our recommendation is for you to shift about $80,000 from very conservative investments into mutual funds index funds, and exchange-traded funds. We don't want you to head into any individual stocks, as this would pose too much risk for where you are in your financial plan.
Does it feel scary to me? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
If the market has an off year, they can wait for it to recover and live off their pension income.
What is that old saying? No risk, no reward?
On to our next goal, Stephanie's retirement. Now we want to shift to your pre-retirement check-in, Stephanie. Stephanie's retirement is important to her, but her accounts are growing slower due to the 401k loans she used to pay off her credit card debt. Now, it seems you've been on this cycle of incurring debt and paying it down, incurring it, and then paying it down. And now you have this 401k loan.
Jacqueline had some things to say about my 401k loan.
Kenny, you said you're not paying this one off, right?
Right.
But if we can get you guys working as a team together this one last time, it will really help you guys out financially in your long-term plan. If the Lawrences work on Stephanie's debt problem as a team instead of individually, they can solve this problem today. Kenny, you could pay this loan off right now from the savings that you have.
My first reaction is, no way. Absolutely not.
So I know this is a lot from your side, Kenny. So Stephanie, let's focus on your contribution to making sure this debt cycle doesn't continue. We need to address the spending habits that got Stephanie here in the first place. So Stephanie, I want us to talk a little bit about your values here. I'm bringing out one of Stephanie's prized purses. This is one of the reasons she got into debt. In your lap, you have one of your favorite bags, right?
Correct.
So I want to ask you a little bit about your priorities here. Open up that bag for me.
She had me open it up, and to my surprise, I pulled out an RV.
You told us that one of the most important things that you wanted to do in retirement was to be able to travel around the country with your family. At $3,000 a month of savings, she'll have enough money to buy the RV of her dreams when Kenny retires. And so I want to ask you the question, out of the RV and the handbag, which one do you value more?
The RV.
Being able to travel,
and be with my family. That struck a chord with me because spending time with my family and reaching those goals is definitely more important than the frivolous things I like to buy.
Sometimes having clarity about our financial goals is the missing piece to get us to where we want to go.
I think having a very clear goal does help me. I've always wanted an RV ever since I was a little girl.
So the idea is that you're able to pivot from putting so much money into the handbags and more money into the retirement savings.
Right. That makes sense.
If I could see Stephanie changing her spending habits, working collaboratively financially will probably be something that I would consider.
Oh, that warms my heart. Thank you.
Stephanie, I know you had concerns around the age that you would be able to retire. Because of their guaranteed income sources and Kenny's veteran benefits, which will pay for their kids' colleges, they're already close to having enough retirement income to maintain their current lifestyle. We discovered that you would be able to retire in 7 years at the same time as Kenny with one small tweak. The small tweak here would be to invest an additional 4% of your income, Kenny, into an investment account.
Wow. Wow. When Jacqueline told me that I could retire in 7 years at the same time as Kenny, I was shocked.
Both these approaches suggest that Kenny and Stephanie might want to rethink keeping their financial lives so separated, as they could benefit from working together while building for their financial future.
We would need to increase the rate at which we're saving by $8,000 a year. If we were to try to do this, we would have to cut back in a lot of areas.
In what areas?
In your shopping.
Imagine all the additional time that you guys would be able to spend doing things that you love together if you're both able to retire at the same time.
Wow.
Isn't that exciting?
Wow, yeah.
That's a lot of RV trips that you're going to get to take
RV
together.
trips. Ready?
Yeah, it would definitely mean a lot for us to be able to take adventures together.
It's an opportunity that most people aren't afforded, so I definitely think we're blessed to be in this situation.
Now, let's talk about building generational wealth and leaving a legacy for their kids. A big piece of your financial goal was to be able to leave behind those values that we instill in our children. So the team came up with a plan to help build strong money habits in Caitlin and KJ. One thing that we thought about would be giving your children an allowance. The Lawrences could open accounts for each child, contribute $100 per month, and the kids would get a lesson in investing while watching the money grow. And with this allowance, you give them the opportunity to decide if they are going to spend that money or if they're going to save that money. And for the money that they do choose to save into their savings account, you guys could potentially match that money for them to give them an incentive to look towards saving money. Stephanie and Kenny can match it, incentivizing savings and modeling employer benefits they'd like to teach their kids to take advantage of later in life.
I think that was a great recommendation.
And because when we look at it, we want our children to be able to say, hey, if I do this with my money or XYZ, then this will happen. Or if I spend it all, then I don't have as much.
Our recommendation is for you to pivot the savings account into an investment account and then invest that into a market-based portfolio for the long term. This will start to teach your children about how the markets work, and this will lead nicely into your generational wealth plan. And it will help you leave a legacy of financial literacy.
Awesome.
Great.
I love it. We thought that was an excellent idea.
I started saving and investing in my 40s. My kids are going to start before they're 10.
And lastly, life insurance. Now, when we look at planning for the long term for you both, one of the biggest considerations was the fact that the pension that you have now, you selected the single life option, meaning that that guaranteed stream of income will last as long as you're here with us. It's too late for Kenny to choose the joint and survivor option for his military pension, but he could use some of his pension income to purchase an insurance policy that would benefit Stephanie and his children. The Mutual of Omaha advisors refer to this as Pension Max. You'll have another pension that you'll be able to elect at retirement, and our recommendation is that you select the joint option so that that will last for both of your lives.
Yes. Okay. It also protects her if something happens to me, which is an awesome idea.
Now, we know that you have a life insurance policy for $500,000, and we think that this is not quite enough. Now, the general rule of thumb would be to have about 10 to 20 years of expenses covered in your life insurance policy. So that puts you at a little bit above $2 million in coverage needed, okay? In addition, we recommend adding a long-term care rider. That way you can tap into that for any long-term care needs down the line. Insurance is not a financial plan, but a financial plan isn't a plan without insurance.
It was absolutely refreshing to see that there was something specifically tailored towards us. It just gave us that reassurance that, you know, we were on the right path and doing everything we needed to do correctly.
Our goal today was to provide you guys with some options for your financial plan so that you could retire in 7 years, leave a legacy that you would like to leave, and ultimately have full financial security.
So after hearing Jacqueline's plan, we feel encouraged.
I hope that some of the things we talked about today has really given you guys more financial clarity, and I can't wait to see your success.
Absolutely. We are so grateful, and we appreciate what you've done.
I'm really happy with all the options we've been able to offer the Lawrence family. I can't wait to see how this plan can help them feel secure in their financial future.
So having a plan, we feel like we're definitely on the right track. Jacqueline gave me that reassurance that I am ready to retire in 7 years.
So having this plan makes me feel excited to know that our children will be financially literate. I'll be able to retire a little sooner than I thought, hopefully in the next 7 years alongside Kenny. We'll be able to get that RV and travel with family.
I'm looking forward to the future.
It's fantastic to see them looking forward to a secure financial future. You can protect your family's financial future. Visit mymoneyplanners.tv to get started today.
I love you. I love you so much.
Let me see your 1-2 strike.
Nice, there we go.
When you have a family, feeling that your future is financially secure means everything.
All of our expenses are just really adding up.
Mommy, can we get a cotton candy? Can we get popcorn?
You know, we're going day by day, no real plan.
Our daughter's just about to go to college in a couple years.
My fear was not being able to retire.
I'm Jacqueline Shattuck, a certified financial planner. I'm teaming up with advisors at Mutual of Omaha to do what we do best, helping families by designing a financial plan that fits their unique lifestyle. We're going to design a plan so your family can have financial security.
It's great to have something that's so tailored for our family and our situation.
We're giving real families a unique opportunity to have a team of advisors uncover strategies to help them achieve their financial goals.
Maybe $2,000 a month, that could lead to about about $2 million of retirement assets.
It feels like a unique opportunity to have this team of people put a plan together for us.
Together, we'll empower these families to reach for their dreams $1 at a time. This is My Money Planners.
We are the Bridston family.
Our family, we're just really close. We love having adventures together.
Today, I'm meeting with Josh and Rose Bridston. They live in Corona, California with their 2 kids.
Our kids, they're older now, and we're just in a new season of life.
Okay, watch out. You got this curve here. There you go.
Our daughter is learning to drive.
And it's a little scary. Oh, you just ran a stop.
Oh, shoot. And we're around the corner from college. Our daughter, Kaylee, is an honor student. She got straight A's. She really loves archery.
She read Hunger Games. I think she wants to be a little Katniss Everdeen.
And our son, Caleb, he is crazy about Legos. He loves math and science, and he loves building things.
Josh and Rose don't have a plan to pay for college.
Who's paying for school? Am I paying for it, or are you guys paying for it?
How much is it?
And at 48 and 49 years old, they're beginning to look toward retirement.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't have a retirement.
We need some help, but for some reason with finances, I think there's a little fear of maybe being judged, and it's taken us longer to get to this place to ask for help.
We'll figure out how to pull those financial levers and come up with a plan so that Josh and Rose can meet their financial goals.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
We've had some mishaps in the past where we've lost some money, so we're just kind of scared.
We're gonna meet Jacqueline. We can't wait to see what kind of advice she's gonna offer to us.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Let's
you.
have a seat. Thanks for coming in today. Have you ever met with a financial advisor before?
No.
First time.
First time.
I'm nervous. I'll just say it. I'm nervous.
Tell me a little bit about your current financial situation.
We just paid off our house.
Wow.
That was definitely a huge financial goal. This is the letter we got. Paid in full. We just can't believe it. It was a dream come true.
We're sitting there, you know, just kind of celebrating, and then it was like, okay, what now? We weren't sure what to do next.
The Bridstons have been paying $6,000 a month toward rapidly paying off their home, and now they're done. That's a lot of money they could put to work elsewhere.
So what have you been doing now?
So we have multiple savings accounts. We have about 4 CD accounts.
A certificate of deposit, or CD, is a type of account that offers a higher interest rate than a regular savings account. The trade-off is that the money you put in a CD gets locked away for a set period of time, often between 6 months and 5 years. So these guys are expert savers, but they have nothing invested in the market.
Have you had any experience investing in the markets?
So no, I have some fears that stem from my upbringing. So growing up, my dad lost a lot of money investing in this or that, not really knowing what he was doing. And it really affected my relationship with money. The bills weren't being paid. There wasn't food on the table. And I remember thinking, like, as a young girl, I don't want to do that to my family.
And I have my own fears with investing. Right after college, I decided to try day trading. I think it was about $8,000 that I had saved. Lost it all.
Because of our background, we both have hesitancy toward market-based investments.
After some bad experiences with high-risk investments, they now see all market investments as too risky. But by avoiding even lower risk options, they're missing out on huge potential for growth.
Do you feel like that money has been compounding pretty quickly since you paid off your home?
No.
It's
So your CDs and savings accounts have been like watching paint dry?
Yes.
Yeah. We probably know about this much when it comes to investing, and we would love to expand that knowledge. That's another goal.
Getting educated about investing. That's the first of our 4 goals. I'm brainstorming ideas with some of Mutual of Omaha's top advisors about how to address their investing fears. The Bridston family. They have $200,000 sitting in savings.
Wow.
The issue is that they're fearful of investing.
Most people are fearful of the market because most people associate investing with playing the stocks, And this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about investing for the long run in a well-diversified portfolio.
That's a really great point.
Franklin understands Rose and Josh's fears.
We could show them some of the basics, you know? There's a difference between an individual stock and mutual funds. We should show them the history of it and show them what it's done over time.
Well, if we can get them on the right path, they can achieve a lot in those years.
Agreed.
With some market-based investments in mind, we turn our sights to the next goal, college planning. I need to learn a bit more from Rose and Josh. Have they mentioned any specific schools to you for college?
I know there's been mention of UC Irvine.
Well, if we could pay for it, I mean, that would just be like a dream for us.
So they need around $43,000 per year in 2 years for their daughter, plus they need to pay for their son's education not long after. All in, we might be looking at more than $300,000 for their 2 kids. With college only 2 years away for their oldest child, that's right around the corner and not a whole lot of time for investing.
For them, they have paid off this house, which gives them leverage. Now they have a great opportunity to fund an investment property. They buy a house for their son or daughter. She can move in, she can have 2, 3 roommates. It pays for the house.
That's a great alternative for room and board, but also I think we need to plan for the actual cost of college.
I think they can use the 529 plan.
What if we use the conservative investment option on a 2-year time horizon inside the 529?
They can do that too because they have the cash flow.
So we should maybe do a 529 plan, and we can start adding about $1,000 per child.
So we're starting to form the basis of a strong financial plan. Now we have to tackle retirement. What's your ideas for retirement?
I'm, independent contractor, and so I don't have a retirement plan. As a self-employed person, I just didn't know what options were out there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just really need help.
Josh, you're a teacher. Do you have a pension maybe that comes along with your job?
Yeah, so I do have the pension.
A pension is a retirement plan where your employer makes regular contributions during your employment. After you stop working, you'll receive a monthly income based on your years of service and salary.
So they do offer like 403B. I haven't taken advantage of that because I don't understand enough about it.
At 48 and 49, it might seem pretty late to start saving for retirement, but their $200,000 in savings could get them started right away. They also haven't saved for retirement. What should they do?
So 80% of their pre-retirement income would be roughly about $160,000 a year that they're going to need.
For the Bridstons to maintain their current lifestyle, they'll want about 80% of their working income in retirement. Between Josh's pension and Rose's Social Security, they'll have the first $80,000 covered.
So now we need another $80,000 worth of income.
So as a team, we have to find another $80,000 a year for the Bridstons.
She can set up maybe a 401k through her company. That could save her taxes and help her save money.
And I have a feeling saving and putting aside money into her new 401k will help give her the direction she's looking for.
Josh has all those options at work. He's got the 403B, and he's contributing nothing so far.
You might have heard of a 401k, and a 403B is similar, but it's primarily used for employees in the nonprofit world, like Josh, a teacher. With both types of accounts, you don't have to pay income taxes on the money you put in. Instead, you'll pay taxes on the money you take out later in retirement.
Maybe $2,000 a month. That alone, invested at 7% interest, that could lead to about $2 million of retirement assets in 20 years, which would generate that $80,000 that we're looking for.
Wow. If the market grows at historical rates, it sounds like that could work. Now, no plan is complete without life insurance, so I want to learn more about the Bridstons' legacy plans. I've heard you share a lot of really great things about your kids today. Have you considered life insurance for them at all?
I'm the only one that has life insurance right now, a $120,000 policy.
So Rose, you have no life insurance at all.
I just want to make sure that we have a plan set in place in the event that something does happen.
A good guideline is to have 10 to 20 times your income in life insurance.
What would ever happen to our family structure if something were to happen to me? I've thought about illnesses. My grandmother, she was in, nursing care. There were a lot of expenses that came in with the hospital bed. We want to make sure that later on in life, we have medical coverage for each other.
Josh only has $120,000 of life insurance, and Rose has none.
We can look into term policies for short-term needs.
Okay.
We can look into permanent policies.
Yeah, maybe we looked at term until the kids leave the nest.
And then look into permanent with long-term care hybrid maybe for after that.
That long-term care hybrid might be perfect for Rose and Josh. But before we draw up their plan, I'm gonna see if the Bridstons have any other dreams.
We would love to leave a home for each of our kids and an inheritance. That's a huge goal for us. It's about leaving that legacy for your kids, and we want to have something in place that they're going to be well taken care of.
Thank you both for being so open today. And we're going to devise a financial plan for you, and we'll be able to deliver that plan to you shortly. Sound good?
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
The advisors came up with so many great options for the Bridstons. I'm so excited to share our plan with them.
It's plan delivery day.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
We are ready.
It's pretty special that you could have a group of people that would look at your life, come up with the best ideas. We were really excited to see what a specific plan would look like.
The first part of the plan, education about investing.
I want you guys to take a look at this chart here, okay? So 20 years is the time frame that you guys have in mind for retirement.
We couldn't predict CD rates over the next 20 years, so I'm showing them how their $125,000 in CDs would have performed over the past 20 years.
Historically, you would have only earned about $30,000.
Wow. Okay.
Now I'm showing them what it would have looked like if they had invested the same money in a 60-40 portfolio. That's a strategy that invests 60% of your money in stocks and 40% in bonds.
So as we look at this chart here, you can still see the red line is the money that you had invested in the CDs. The blue line that you can see here is the money that you would have had if you had invested in a balanced 60-40 portfolio.
Wow. Okay.
So if you had started 20 years ago, you would have over $400,000 more with your 60-40 portfolio than the CDs.
It's kind of a no-brainer. You see that chart, and the difference was just major. It was kind of shocking.
I think I've helped the Bridstons understand the potential growth they've been missing out on by avoiding the stock market. But investing in the market doesn't come without risk.
As you can see, we have times here like 2008 where the blue line is actually below the red line.
So I don't know where I would be emotionally if a dip ever occurred. And I'm still hesitant because it is an emotional journey. It's your hard-earned money. But I felt confident that she understood those fears. And so having a coach to guide you along the way, that made me feel a lot better.
They now know more about the real risks of investing. And although they may still have some fears, they seem interested in trying. And this new openness toward investing gives us an important tool to grow their money when planning for their other goals.
So now let's talk about children's college coming up soon. We want to make sure that we're not too risky with that investment because we have a higher probability for loss. And the team's recommendation for that is for you to look at the 529 funds. Are you familiar with those?
No.
So a 529 is a college savings account.
A 529 plan is a tax-advantaged college savings account. Your money grows tax-free, and as long as you use the funds for college, you won't have to pay any taxes when you take it out. The money in a 529 can be invested in different ways, from riskier options like stocks to more conservative options like bonds and money market funds. If you prefer a more hands-off approach, you can choose an age-based 529 fund that automatically adjusts the risk level as college gets closer.
So you can select a time horizon of investments that's in alignment with when your children are going to go to college.
I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
Okay. So we love the idea about the 529 plan. It sounds great for us because it's something that's a little bit more short-term.
For Kaylee, who's 2 years away, her 529 would focus on lower-risk investments.
Obviously, we don't want that invested in anything risky where we might lose the money. We need it.
While Caleb's 529 at 6 years out would look for more growth potential.
Now, the hard part of your job is going to be making that contribution to that account every month. I'm thinking that it makes sense for you to do about $1,000 for each child.
Okay.
We felt like it was something that we could do.
Remember, without a home to pay off, they have $6,000 a month available to redeploy. And planning for college is a great place to put those funds to work. Next up, I want to give them our ideas for their retirement and their future.
The team has come up with a plan for your retirement. You want to hear a little bit more about it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with you, Josh. Since you have a 403B available to you, we think you should start investing there. For you, Rose, we've seen that as an entrepreneur, you don't have that same kind of structure in place. Did you know that you had the opportunity to create your own solo 401k alongside your business?
No, I didn't.
You don't have to be an employee of a large corporation to have access to a 401k. Rose can start her own using her business. These plans offer the same tax benefits as employer-sponsored ones.
You can put up to about $70,000 a year into this investment account.
Wow, I was really pleasantly surprised by that.
Our recommendation is that you each do $2,000 per month into your retirement accounts.
$2,000 per month each is going to take a lot of discipline. For some motivation, I'd like to show them how that money could grow if the market follows historical trends.
You'll see that at the end, you guys would end up with over $1 million in your investment accounts each. You would have about $80,000 a year in income at retirement from your investment accounts to be able to live on. Now let's add that to your other income sources. You're gonna have about $50,000 coming from your pension, and you're gonna have another $30,000-ish coming from Social Security. So that gives you guys an additional $80,000 of income. So now you're looking at about $160,000 of income at retirement, should you follow this plan.
Wow. Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty exciting to see those numbers.
We could travel, we could do all the things that are important to us. That to me is financial freedom.
$2,000 each. That's our recommendation to make the rest of their available cash flow work toward their goals. Next, we move on to the team's ideas about future planning. I know leaving a legacy and protecting their children's financial future is so important to Rose and Josh.
We met with the team and we talked a little bit more about your life insurance plan. We took a look at a hybrid policy for you. So a hybrid life insurance policy is one that can cover you either for life insurance or before you pass, should you need it for long-term care, you would be able to tap into the value of that policy.
I never knew that there was a plan for life insurance and long-term care at the same time. I just never knew that it existed.
As it stands right now, you have a little over $100,000 in life insurance coverage.
Right.
So God forbid anything were to happen to you tomorrow, that doesn't even cover the cost of college.
I've felt this for years that I didn't have enough insurance.
So our goal is for you to have 10 times your current income. So we want you guys to have about $2 million of life insurance coverage to make sure that you can cover college, you can cover weddings down the line, that somebody can afford the property taxes at your home.
Just hearing the ideas of upping that insurance to a couple $1 million just made me feel so much more safety and security for my family, for my kids.
So there's a larger safety net is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we wrap up, I want to offer the Bridsons a little something extra.
You want to hear about it?
Sure.
Okay, so you're planning for Kaylee to go to college. You could purchase a property close to where she's at school, somewhere that she can live in, right? So that you're not paying the cost of room and board to some other organization. Then you'll be building that equity in that home and you'll have something that you could gift to her down the line. What do you think about this plan?
Did our eyes light up a little bit? We're like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
Very much so.
When she talked about it with us, I just know that, you know, we had smiles on our faces because this is something that we really gel with.
We were like, wow, that's a great idea.
Our goal today was not to tell you what to do with your money, but rather to show you the options and the opportunities that you have in front of you.
All these options, there were pieces of our story in all of it.
We felt like it was really tailor-made to our goals.
And in every plan, things are gonna change. We saw the blue line, sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. And that's why it's really important that you have a team of professional advisors that you can call on because it's totally normal for us to feel fearful.
I think with having, you know, someone in our corner to pull that all together, it just wipes out the confusion.
I can't wait to see you guys be successful on your financial journey.
And I'm really excited.
Thank you for your time and just explaining everything. It helps so much.
I'm glad I could be here.
I can't wait to see how the Bridsons plan can help them feel secure in their financial future.
Having a plan now is pretty exciting.
I feel like we have a sense of direction, and it definitely brings our family a level of security.
We were nervous about investing money, but it's been nice learning about the risks, learning about the different opportunities out there. Before, we really didn't have any plan in place. Now, having something in place brings a lot of peace of mind.
Having a plan of retirement just gives us a goal to shoot for.
And it feels like we're so much more prepared, more educated, and definitely more confident going forward.
And I just feel like we're headed into a new season of adventure.
Instead of dreading the future, it's like we're looking forward to, meeting our goals in the future.
It's so great to see the Bristons feeling more secure in their financial future. You can protect your family's financial future. Visit mymoneyplanners.tv to get started today.
I love you. I love you so much.
Let me see you 1, 2 strike.
Nice, there we go.
When you have a family, feeling that your future is financially secure means everything.
All of our expenses are just really adding up.
Mommy, can we get a cotton candy? Can we get popcorn?
We're going day by day, no real plan.
Our daughter's just about to go to college in a couple years.
My fear was not being able to retire.
I'm Jacqueline Shattuck, a certified financial planner. I'm teaming up with advisors at Mutual of Omaha to do what we do best, helping families by designing a financial plan that fits their unique lifestyle.
We're going to design a plan so your family can have financial security.
It's great to have something that's so tailored for our family and our situation.
We're giving real families a unique opportunity to have a team of advisors uncover strategies to help them achieve their financial goals.
Maybe $2,000 a month that could lead to about $2 million of retirement assets.
It feels like a unique opportunity to have this team of people put a plan together for us.
Together, we'll empower these families to reach for their dreams $1 at a time. This is My Money Planners.
Oh, it's about the food. Put the tortoises back. We have to get ready for school. You guys are going to be late. We are the Moore family. There's 5 of us here.
Mine has holes in it.
A dog. 2
tortoises.
tortoises. I'm exhausted by 9 a.m. and the day hasn't actually started.
My hair is growing.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Sure.
Today, I'm meeting with Martin and Natasha Moore. They live in Fullerton, California with their 3 kids.
Seeing our kids happy makes me feel happy. There's nothing better in the world.
We love taking the kids out every weekend to do fun activities, create a lot of memories for them to look back and think that they had a good childhood.
But those family outings have led to a lot of spending.
Mommy, can we get popcorn?
And it's not like a $2 thing of popcorn.
And then we have to buy tickets, games, rides, and food. All of our expenses are just really adding up.
If I get the mail and I see a bill there, I'll probably just put it away.
Panic attack.
I don't want to look at it.
They're now $20,000 in credit card debt.
I feel very uncertain about the future.
And they're not on track for retirement.
We don't have a retirement plan.
Their college fund is very small.
Go wash your face. Brush your teeth.
Their 3-bedroom house is feeling very cramped.
We would hope to get a bigger home, but I don't think that's realistic at all.
I'm overwhelmed with all of the things that we need, and I don't know where to start.
At this point, we're just winging it.
We're just really stuck, and we need some help. I love you. Have a good day.
We're excited to meet with Jacqueline so we can get a plan going.
With the right financial plan tailored to their family, I'm sure we can help. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
I'm excited to chat with you today.
Heading into our meeting with Jacqueline, I'm a little apprehensive. I don't know if anyone can help our situation.
Can you share a little bit more about your dreams and goals for financial planning?
Goals, right now it's just sort of get out of financial debt. If we combine our credit cards, it's probably like $20,000 worth of credit cards.
I'm going to try to understand all of the factors that have led to the Moores being in debt in the first place. Do you guys think that there's areas that you can cut back in?
Yeah, I think that's a conversation that maybe I'm just not ready to approach. Or maybe it's just a scary topic. So when my kids ask me to give them something, I want to give them everything. I don't want to say no. I think that it's because I grew up without my mother in my life. I know what it's like to not have a mom, and I don't want them to feel that ever.
There's often an understandable emotional reason for why we've made the choices we've made. For Natasha, being able to share experiences and buy things for her kids is very important to her. But their spending seems to be putting them into debt.
We'll pay it off, we're very happy, get rid of these bills, and then slowly we start getting back into it. It's like this continuous cycle. and then things go wrong. There's plumbing issues that we have at the house. Heater goes out.
Broke down.
The car breaks down.
When they get hit with an expense like Martin's car breaking down, they don't have an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses.
How do you guys feel about income?
So I make about $70,000 salary, and then my commission can be anywhere from like $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 a month.
And for you, Natasha?
I'm a legal assistant. I'm hourly, and I make about $50,000 a year. Because we have such hectic lives, we have chosen jobs that have given us that flexibility.
And if we didn't work from home, we wouldn't be able to do it.
There would be no time.
We don't think there's enough money coming in to cover what we're spending.
So that's goal number 1. Look into ways to address the Moore's debt. I'm brainstorming ideas with some of Mutual of Omaha's advisors about how to address the Moore spending and get them out of this debt cycle. The Moore family came to us and they want to end that debt cycle. There's about $20,000 in credit card debt right now.
I'm so grateful that this family took the first step, which is, hey, I need help. How do I start now?
What worries me is the interest rate to pay on the credit card debt.
So what other options do we have?
It's my least favorite, but one way that can help them is to take a loan against their 401k because the interest rate is much lower.
And the interest they're paying it back to themselves, to the 401k, which is
yes, that goes back to
as
them.
opposed to paying into the institution.
That seems like a great option.
Paying off debt with a 401k loan seems drastic, but reducing their monthly interest payments takes off some pressure and allows them to build up cash in an emergency fund. Now I'd like to address their next goal, planning for their family's financial future.
Now let's look to the future. What are your plans and what are you hoping to accomplish?
I mean, I'd like to retire at some point.
I'm gonna be 40 next year. If I don't start planning now, it's really gonna come up, out of nowhere.
I mean, we both have 401ks through work. We're not super savvy on, how much to put. I contribute about 6%, and then my company also matches 6% of that.
Even small contributions now can lead to big results for retirement.
We have our retirement accounts that are starting to go. You also have college accounts for the kids?
Very small. I don't think they would cover much.
I don't think it'll cover the books.
They're in their late 30s now, and they want to be able to retire at 65. What should they do?
If we are able to carve out about $1,000 a month, they can have a good retirement income because they have the time ahead of them.
$1,000 more per month would help them to accumulate possibly $1.5 million in 30 years.
$1,000 sounds like a lot. Sheldon, do you think that's doable for them?
Switching out the credit card debt for the 401k loan, after they pay that off, I mean, maybe we start a little bit lower with a plan to work towards 1,000.
And if they're intentional about their spending, maybe that can create a little bit of a balance to reach their goal.
There you go.
Now, on to life insurance.
Have you considered life insurance for the two of you?
We have. It was actually one of the first things we discussed when we found out we were pregnant. We definitely need to reassess our current life insurance policies.
You said your family's not here.
My grandparents raised me. They passed away. My grandma passed tragically.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I lost my parents as well, and they didn't have, life insurance, and we kind of know what that feels like.
They both have histories of financial struggle after losing a loved one.
And it's now $500,000 each.
We should
if something were to happen to me, you can't even pay off the house with that.
They want to make sure their kids are protected. They did just have their third child, and he's under 2 years old. We want to make sure they have adequate insurance coverage.
So I could see where this could be overwhelming because they have all these goals, right? Retirement, insurance. We need to come up with something that can help them solve multiple things into one program like an IUL.
An indexed universal life, or IUL policy, is a type of permanent life insurance that offers a death benefit and has a cash value component. The cash value can help build capital that may serve as a flexible source of cash to help fund the large expenses, such as paying for insurance premiums, college expenses, or even supplementing retirement income.
An IUL is like a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, what we're seeing with these IULs, they're really flexible. They can help families in a lot of different situations. Triple duty dollars, they say.
So we're starting to form the basis of a strong financial plan here, but we have to tackle their fourth goal, getting a bigger house.
Our two daughters share a room. It's crowded in there. We want to possibly get a bigger house, more space for the family. She works in our bedroom. I work from the kitchen.
He works in the kitchen.
But the location's great. You know, it's 5 minutes away from Disneyland.
We can see the fireworks from our house. I just don't know how we're supposed to get into a bigger house. It just seems unrealistic. Or we might be able to downgrade.
Upgrading to a larger home seems like a tall order. But let's see if the team has any ideas. They have a family of 5 living in only a 3-bedroom house. Is there flexibility in their plan to find more space?
Well, I was looking into their existing home, and they do live about 5 minutes from Disneyland, which opens an option for short-term rental. They have the potential of making about $45,000 a year in net profit.
Wow. Due to their proximity to Disneyland, turning their home into a short-term rental is a unique opportunity for them to increase their monthly income.
Now, the challenge would be they would probably need to either rent or maybe move into a different area that perhaps they can have more room for less price.
The prospect of increased monthly income could finance the larger home they need and help lift them out of debt. The advisors came up with so many great options. I'm looking forward to delivering a personalized financial plan to the Moores. So today is plan delivery day.
It feels pretty amazing knowing that we have a team helping us figure this out.
The first part of the plan, getting out of debt. There's 3 things that we can do to help you manage your debt load. The first thing we really want to do is put an end to that cycle. The Moores are in a cycle of debt, partly because they're paying so much in credit card interest every month.
Every month, we're paying about $600 worth of credit cards.
We are just paying interest, and it's not going towards anything. It's just going to the bank.
We're recommending they pay the credit card debt off by taking a loan out of their 401k. We want to tap into your 401k one last time to help you pay down this debt.
So Jacqueline came back and told us that one way to pay off our debt was to pull it out from my 401k, and that's kind of terrifying, but at the same time, I feel like it's our only option at this point.
Taking out a 401k loan can seem like a drastic solution, so the plan is to do this just this once. Because you're going to have to focus very closely on not increasing that credit card debt again and address the issues that led them into debt in the first place. And I know a lot of it was due to emergencies, so I want us to talk about building up your emergency savings fund. That way, as these new expenses arise, you don't have to go to the credit cards.
Yeah.
A good guideline is to have 6 to 12 months of expenses in an emergency fund. For the Moores, saving this could take them months, but it could help stop them from going into debt the next time, say, Martin's car breaks down.
Jacqueline told us that we should have an emergency fund to cover between 6 to 12 months of our expenses, which to me sounds crazy, but I think it's something that we need to do. Otherwise, we're going to go right back into debt.
Our goal is to see you make a hard push for the next 6 months and be very focused in on monitoring your income and your expenses so that you guys can build up that emergency savings.
So in order for us to set up the fund properly, you know, it might feel a little restrictive, but we understand this is a long-term plan.
Next, I want to address some of their spending. I'm bringing out one of their family's favorite snacks, popcorn. One of those things that I know that you guys are spending on is those activities where you're headed out, right? This is your $10 popcorn, you've paid for it.
So Jacqueline brought out this bucket of popcorn. We had no idea what it was about. So when we looked at the price tag, it said $10.
Is it good? Is it worth $10? So flip that tag over for me and tell me if it's worth that price.
Oh
wow.
My God. No way.
So it's
$55,000. On the other side, it said $55,000. Which was shocking. That doesn't taste good anymore.
More than $55,000. That's how much $10 more per week in a 401k that earns 8% per year could become in retirement.
Small amount, but so big in the long run.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, you don't think about it that way.
Knowing that such a small amount can become something so big over time, it really gives me an idea of, you know, things that we can save and cut down on to make sure that we are set up for success in the future.
That's just an example of how a small habit can have a big impact.
So I know that these little small changes can add up to something really big and beautiful for you in the future.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It does.
The visual left an image embedded in my brain to realize that it could cost a lot of money down the line.
If I were to put that into an investment account, how much money it could be over time, that gets me really excited.
It's time to move on to our next goal, planning for the future. I'd like to work with the Moores to make sure they're saving enough for retirement.
Martin, you've been doing a really great job of putting away that 6% into your 401k and getting that match.
So he's starting off in the right place.
I want to share with you guys this chart. So the red line signifies you following the same trajectory you've been on now.
As a guideline, you can expect to withdraw 4% of your retirement account per year, which would give Martin an estimated retirement income of $80,000 per year.
You can look at having about $80,000, $90,000 a year in income.
For both, right?
For both of you. In 2060, it sounds a little bit tight, right?
We won't be having any popcorn.
As they get out of debt and maybe increase their income, I'd like them to increase their monthly contributions eventually to $1,000 more per month. That may seem like a lot every month, so I want to show them how that changes their retirement projection 30 years from now.
This blue line is a representation of you guys in your new financial journey. This is you cutting back on debt. This is you being more cost conscious. If we were able to have you save about $1,000 more a month, your portfolio after 30 years would be worth about $3.5 million.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
At 4%, that would be a yearly income of $140,000.
An extra $1,000 a month now could mean an extra $50,000 a year in 30 years from now.
This is very eye-opening, and it actually outlines where we want to be in the future.
It outlines for me that the little things can add up.
An extra $1,000 a month for us right now seems almost impossible. But understanding that if we do, if we're disciplined and we do this, in 30 years from now, it's going to have a lot more impact.
The Moores want to protect their family with life insurance.
Life insurance is extremely important to us. It's non-negotiable.
Well, especially because we don't have any additional family members. We are their lifeline.
And they'd like to help pay for college, all while saving for retirement. That's a lot of goals to be planning for at once.
One product that I want you guys to consider is indexed universal life insurance. It's one tool that has multiple uses, right? So if you are here and living and need to tap into the policy for college or for retirement, you'll have the option to do so. But if you don't need it while you're here and you pass away, then your family will be able to collect that benefit and it's completely tax-free.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that was an option.
I always thought it was all separate.
I always thought you just pay for life insurance and whether you use it or not, it kind of goes away.
In their situation, it's perfect because it allows the Moores dollars to do double or triple duty.
I am so excited to look into these policies to see what they look like for us.
Now, the Moores still have one more goal. Getting a bigger house. Getting a bigger house may seem a bit out of reach for Martin and Natasha at a time where they're struggling to make ends meet.
So you guys have this really unique and I would consider awesome situation.
They're just 5 minutes from Disneyland, so close that their neighborhood is a prime spot for vacation rentals.
You have the opportunity, since you're in this unique space, to be able to rent your house out on a short-term vacation rental site.
A rental income? I had not thought about that.
And you have the potential to earn some of the highest income in the entire country.
God.
There's potential for you guys to net about $45,000 a year after your expenses are all said and done.
That's crazy.
Seeing the value in our house for the short-term rental was just mind-blowing.
You guys might be sitting on a little gold mine.
Wow, that is a gold mine, but oh my goodness, I didn't realize.
The idea of getting an extra $40,000 a year was insane.
Now, of course, this begs the question of where will you live?
Right. So where do we go?
What will be next?
They'd have to find a new place to live, but with their current home payments covered by the rental revenue, they'd be able to rent or eventually buy another home. And if they move to a less expensive neighborhood further from Disney, they could afford a larger home.
Could mean more space for you, which is one of the goals you said you wanted.
That would be amazing. I felt relieved knowing that there were things that really were kind of tailored to us.
This unique solution helps them reach for goals that may have seemed impossible.
Today, we gave you a lot of options about what you can do moving forward for your financial plans.
I kind of felt like I could actually breathe again. Now I feel like we can clearly see what we need to do.
We know it's not going to be easy, but we do know that it's possible.
So glad we were able to come up with a plan to get the Moores on the right track in working toward their financial goals.
Having a plan now, we feel much more confident about our future.
Our debt seemed like it was getting out of control, but now we have an idea how we can get out of it and just finally stop the cycle. We're changing our behavior and how we spend money.
We're even making small changes, like bringing our own lunch. It's given us a clearer path. This is when you were born. Olivia's dance recital. This plan really works for us. It's going to help us continue to make memories for our kids. This is when we got Elsa.
Oh, and this is
that's at the fair. That's the OC fair. And you guys were tigers.
I'm so happy to see the Moores feeling more positive about their financial future. I'm excited for all the amazing family experiences they have to look forward to. You can protect your family's financial future. Visit mymoneyplanners.tv to get started today.